power of encouragement is huge. If you say to a church, your role is to go and encourage people there, it doesn't sound like it's doing anything, it's extremely powerful. We've got to get that. A number of years ago, the organization that I direct, the Chalmers Center, was doing a training event in West Africa. We were training all week long, trying to equip the churches on the ground there in West Africa to minister holistically in words and in deeds amongst the poor. And I had with me one of my largest financial supporters. And all week long, there were people there in that country that were showing him big projects, big banks and dams and big projects. And our work there is pretty small. We help churches to start little savings and credit associations. There's not a lot to see. And I thought, oh my word, this is terrifying, because he's seeing all these big projects and our work looks really small. At the end of the week, I took my financial supporter with me out to a rural area, and we saw little churches there being the body and bride and fullness of Jesus Christ in their communities, starting little savings and credit associations and ministering the healing of Jesus Christ in their communities, handling very small amounts of money. It really wasn't very impressive from a material or worldly point of view. And I didn't know what my financial supporter was going to think about it. We got into the car to drive home, or to drive back to the airport, actually, and I said to my brother, I said, Frank, what do you think of what you just saw? And I was terrified. And he looked at me and he said, Brian, I've been involved in philanthropy for 20 years. And every week I've prayed and I've fasted for West Africa. And what I just saw was what I prayed and fasted for 20 years. That keeps me going on days when I'm discouraged. I think about the fact that this guy prayed and fasted for 20 years, and he would see the work of my organization and say, that's what I pray for, that's what I fund, that's what I believe in. And he came back to the States. He's been a huge advocate helping us raise money to expand our work in Africa. That was about 8 years ago. I'm still getting choked up talking about it, because the encouragement, the power of that in my life to keep me going has been just off the charts. You know, our role as outsiders is to support and encourage the people who are there over the long haul. And sometimes that doesn't sound like it's doing much. It's a profoundly important role. Ministry is hard. The people who are involved in ministry are engaged in it's kingdom warfare is what it is. Satan's attacking them, and staff members are acting out, and they don't have enough financial support. It's hard to run a ministry. The power of encouraging people and saying, I believe in what you're doing, and I see God working through this, and I'm here for you through thick and thin, and you can be real with me. You can tell me when your ministry is struggling. You can tell me when your marriage is struggling, and I'm going to be with you over the long haul. That's powerful, powerful ministry, and we don't get that it's powerful.